are a number of studies that have been done looking at social complexity in pigs, as well as cognition, intelligence, personality, emotion. And there is quite a literature showing that pigs are very socially intelligent, socially complex, and surprisingly, as much as what we've seen in some primate species, which is very, very interesting, and I don't think many people know that.
So of our 7 pigs, they communicate with us pretty much how they communicate with each other, and that's a couple of grunts. So if they came to say hello, it's normally a grunt. I'm not going to do it, but it's normally a grunt, 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 grunt. Hey.
So that's what they do to each other, like they'll greet each other and touch noses and make that sound. So I think she thinks of my hand as a little bit like a pig nose, so I have to acknowledge her by touching my hand against her nose, and then it's like the greeting is complete.
They are very sensitive to individuals, and they can tell the difference between individuals. And that means not just individual pigs, but individual humans. So if somebody's on a farm and they think that their pig recognizes them, well, they do.
Winston, Winnie. Good boy.
And they just follow us like dogs. You can just call them and they just come.
So there's Potamus. She basically acts like a baby, and she likes to sort of follow me around and make little whinging noises. I guess after we got the first 3 pigs, I didn't know that they could be trained quite similarly to a dog, so we didn't try training them. But when we were getting Potamus, I had heard that you could train them to sit. It only really took her a day to learn. I don't really remember what sort of food I had. It was maybe an apple or something. She had already worked out that if she was being rewarded to sit, then she would do it. So it was very quick.
Emma takes it to a whole new level, and she'll sit and she'll also jump. If you lift the treat up, she'll get up on her back feet and lift her front feet up. That is really cool.
And another thing that really shows off their intelligence is that they really quickly pick up on routines. So the way I feed them in the morning, for instance, they know what's going to happen. So I don't have to say anything or do anything, they will just go there.
The lady especially, she'll make sure she's the first pig off the block. She's in there, she takes a mouthful of Ruby's food before she'll go onto her pile of food.
Up it goes. Down he goes. Back down. Oh.
Tank, doesn't matter where he is, what he's doing, but I'll go up and I'll touch him and he just falls to the ground, and it's almost like he needs that time. If he decides he wants to come inside, I never stop him from coming inside, because it just means he wants some mummy time, and I'm his mum.
There you are.
And your dad.
Yeah.
So I planted this grafted apple tree maybe 2 years ago, but you can see there's some new ones coming here, 3 of them from the same spot that are growing out of the pig manure. They swallowed the apple seeds, and here they landed. New tree is growing. One day there'll be more apples dropping here that the pigs can eat. So yeah, just like humans, I guess, they're working to create an environment that's more of a habitat for themselves.
Their social bonds are so strong. I mean, obviously, mother and child, right? Those bonds are extremely strong, and there is a long extended weaning process.
When the piglets arrive, when mum's feeding them, and this is the most beautiful thing, and I read it one time and I never thought it was true until we had our own piglets, that the mums sing to their babies when they're nursing, and it's so true. They do. You can hear them grunt when the babies are first manipulating and nudging to get the milk to come through, and then you can hear her go faster and faster, and you know when the milk is flowing, and that's her singing, and it's a lovely sound, and you can hear the gulping of the babies, and it's a very short time frame, but it's absolutely beautiful.
I love the way that when one of them has piglets, they all look after the piglets, and that so mum can bugger off, but one of the other ones will be not too far away and everything like that. So that's really cool to see that sort of family thing going on.
And that's a crate where mother pigs get put in with their piglets. And can you imagine being put in a box where you can't even turn around? So it's highly frustrating. They have difficulties mothering their piglets properly. They can't build a nest, something that pigs normally would do. They do what's called dog sitting, and they sit on their bum basically, and they put their heads down, and that's a sign of depression in pigs. They sort of give up. When you look at them, these animals, their eyes look dead. They just look very, very sad.
Animals who are used, factory farmed to be eaten, for instance, are not recognized the way other animals like dogs and cats are, or even chimpanzees and monkeys and horses are. We don't want to really look at who they are, because then that tells you something about who is on your plate, and that makes people very uncomfortable.
So it's just a conditioning. We've been brought up with that. But once you break through that, once you show people the real animal and get people to know the animal, then people change their minds. And it's really interesting to see.
Hi, Rota. Hi. How are you?
It's not something that ever would have occurred to me before. I didn't ever have pigs as a kid or anything, but now I really can't imagine not having pigs. It's like they're one of my favorite animals, absolutely, without a doubt. They're just such beautiful, beautiful animals. So I highly recommend, if you have space, get a pig.
First thing we said is we're never getting a dog again. Pigs are so much easier.
The coonies especially, they enrich your life. They're in a lot of ways are better than dogs.
Yeah.
There's a very famous saying about pigs. What is it? Cats ignore you, dogs love you, pigs see you as an equal. And they certainly do. Pepper, sit, 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 sit. Pepper.
Pepper, not sit.
Yeah, no, I've got Princess on my homepage on my phone, and that's her there. She is the coolest pig we ever had, or one of the coolest. But yeah, she's my favourite. Hence a screenshot. Other people have families, kids. I got a pig. That's how we roll. But no, she's beautiful. Yeah, she's a real character. We still miss her.